It's AJ and Ryan on the AandRPodcast.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the AandRPodcast. I am AJ.
I am Killer Keemstar.
And let's get right into the news.
Remember that guy? I used to watch him all the time.
He hasn't uploaded. Weirdly, I looked at Drama Alert today. I don't know why. That's really random that you've done that.
Drama Alert.
His last upload was like 4 months ago.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you don't upload anymore. He's now a boxing promoter.
Is he a bit like Ray William Johnson?
Didn't he tell me a nonce?
Is that what he was?
I think so.
Oh shit.
If not, I'm sorry, Ray William Johnson. You're not a nonce.
What was that channel he did? Ray William Johnson. What was?
I don't remember. Do you remember? Did you watch Killer Keemstar Drama Alert when he was doing the Basherverse stuff?
Yeah, and he had that mental breakdown on the.
And he was like, at least in the end, I got to fuck her in the ass. and then Keemstar was like, what? You fucked her in the ass? That's so good.
I think you played that clip on it.
I think I probably have. I mean, we're 173 episodes in, so
It wouldn't surprise me.
that's actually kind of nuts. We're 173 episodes in, you know. There's been a lot of funny moments,
Yeah.
but it mainly revolved. Oh, sorry.
Go on. No.
I was gonna segue, so you can
segue. Continue.
Thank you. There's been a lot of funny moments, but it basically revolves around me and Ryan being arseholes to each other. So today, as promised last week, we have some "Am I the Arsehole?" Reddit.
I hope we haven't
conundrum.
chose. It's going to be like literally impossible for us to choose the same one, but you know.
There's so many on the post.
know,
so how did you get yours?
I went on hot, but I scrolled down loads.
Okay, cool. Because I went on top, but I did it for the last month.
Yeah. Okay, I just went on hot.
If we have the same ones, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Also, before we do that, have you heard that like AI Drake song?
No, is it good?
No, it's not like made by Drake, but it's computer generated voice that sounds like Drake, and everyone thinks it's him. And it's like it's blowing up. But anyway, it's weird.
So you wanted me to segue to then talk about something else, to then go back to the thing I was segueing into.
Yeah, don't worry. Carry on. It'll go.
You should have just stopped me. I haven't heard it. What a wanker. Oh. It really would have been better if I... Do you want to do it again? Ask me again. Ask me again. Who's working? Ask me again.
What does that make me?
An arsehole. So, my first one is... Nice segue. Am I the arsehole for calling my sister stupid and her husband shitty parents from the start because of what they wanted to name their child?
Right.
Okay, so just a little context because this topic is incredibly touchy for me. I am a man... That's actually how it is. Who's recently bought a house?
I'm throwing a party in the local neighborhood.
I shall invite you to the party. No, I'm a man who was given a woman's name at birth. A good example is naming your son Alice. It's not what my name is, but it's close. Obviously, he's going to keep his name secret for identity. My parents are hippies and gave their older son a girl's name to stick it to the man, so I will never forgive them for it. Probably something like Leslie.
You see, it's close to Alice, so it's going to be like...
Alicia.
Alice. I don't know.
My sister is pregnant with her first child, a girl. Ugh. Why even bother? No, I'm just kidding. She and her husband are ecstatic. It just sucks that she inherited my parents' stupid propensity to see their child as a fashion statement. Last night, she revealed the family name to her daughter. Okay, so I'm going to try and sound this out before I tell you how it's spelled. It's spelt KRXSTXL.
Let me get a notepad out.
KRX STXL.
Like Crystal, but with an X.
Crystal with an X, with a K to start with. Confused, the name is pronounced Crystal. I already don't like that name, but it's at least appropriate. I was not surprised to learn that my mum helped come up with the name. When she told me that it was a terrible... I told her it was a terrible idea. She wanted her name a Crystal. She tried to explain why the X is there, and I told her it does not matter. She's naming a human, not a dog. I don't care what kind of fashion statement she's trying to make. This is a person who will have to live with that name until they die, or has it changed. Her and her mum brushed off me complaining I'm just never I was never able to accept my own name. I told my sister she was either being selfish, stupid, or incredibly strong combination of the two. If she thinks her daughter would want a stupid name like Christian... So we got into an argument. I told her and her husband are shitty parents for using their kid to be an off-brand with her name left right after. Okay, what do you think? Are they an arsehole for telling them that?
I think they are. No, I think they're not.
I think they're not. I'm with you.
Because I think it's a stupid name to put like that letter in there. And
Crystal's already a stripper name, but it's worse with the X's. The X's.
It's like that Elon Musk name, Ashy11. I just don't get it. Like, why can't let people just have a name that's is legal?
Yeah, right. Like, no, not legal, but like not strange. Like, just call your kid like Ben. What's wrong with Ben?
Yeah, obviously.
Ben, man. Ben, man.
You know, just hiking and helping all these kids. And,
claiming you're spiritual and like to travel with South African villagers who, by the way, despise you.
Anyway. No, I don't think they're the arsehole. Well done.
I would agree. I'm inclined to agree. Well done for telling them off. Okay, Ryan, have you got am I an arsehole?
Yeah, I've got a few to choose from. But right, am I the arsehole for getting someone banned from the gym over a 1 minute it just says over 1 minute of workout. I don't know if that means over 1 minute of working out or anyway. Right.
Yes.
I, a 35 female, joined a gym near my house recently. I picked this one because it has a circuit area and I've only ever done circuit workouts before. So while I'm learning the ropes, I wanted something familiar. Hold on, I need to burp. Sorry. Bit gassy.
I'll cut that out. I'm not going to cut that out. Fuck it. Fuck that. It's too much effort. Create one fucking verb.
The circuit area is different from the rest of the gym. The workout is 1 minute per machine and the area is designated for people doing that workout. I see. I understand now. There are signs posted clearly. There is a timer on the screen on the wall. The rules are there for all to see. Limit 1 minute per machine. The machines aren't different from the ones in the rest of the gym, so many of the gym goers use the circuit machines when the matching one is occupied. When no one is using the circuit area, this doesn't matter and no one tells them not to. But when someone is, they are expected to move off a machine that someone needs to complete their workout. I've had to ask people to move a few times for some. I have even had to point out the rules, and people typically move without incident, without complaining. Until the other day, I was doing my workout and a man was using a machine in the middle of the circuit area. I skipped over the machine he was on, hoping he would be done by the time I was done with the other 5 to 6 machines I would be using. When I was done, he wasn't. After glancing over to see if the matching machine was free, it wasn't. I asked him if he could move for just 1 minute so I could finish up. He said no. I tried to explain that the area he was in wasn't for regular workouts and that I just needed that one machine to complete my workout. He said no again. I pointed out the rule sign and timer and he started yelling at me saying he'd been a member however many years and no newbie was going to come in and tell him what he can and can't use and call me some names I won't repeat. I got a staff member who told him he had to move and eventually he did and I used the machine for exactly 1 minute. I was quite shaken at being screamed at by a grown man in public place though. I went home, emailed the gym owner complaining about the man. They replied and said they're reviewing security footage and they have revoked his membership. My gym friends say I'm an asshole for going that far with it and getting his membership revoked over 1 minute of a workout.
So I think my opinion on this is if he just said no, then it's too far. But it's the fact that he yelled at her and sort of shouted profanity at her. That's the part that that's okay. So I think the am I an arsehole bit is phrased a bit wrong at the start to say it was over the workout. I think it was over the name calling.
Yeah, I think clickbaited me. I think like when you like yell at someone and that kind in the gym, that's probably against their kind of terms and conditions anyway, if that makes sense. So it probably would be a dismissal from the gym if a staff member caught them anyway.
Yes, I think, yeah. So I think it's a bit of a misleading one to say it was over the exercise. If it was just the exercise and he didn't yell at you, then I'd say you're an arsehole. But I am fully in agreement with the person who got him kicked out of the gym, because
But if
I
they
would
said
be...
no, if they said no, and okay, they didn't yell, they didn't scream, but they just said no, I would tell someone though. I'd be like,
No, I'd tell
twat
someone at the
has
gym, but
just-
I wouldn't email them.
no, I wouldn't go that far. I'd tell someone, but I'd be like, that twat.
Mom,
Can't-
don't let me use my machine. It's a really weird gym setup to have like a thing that you can only use for a minute. Like, I've never seen that before, but that's probably an American thing.
I think a lot of them are. But
Yeah,
I would say that she's not the arsehole.
I'm with you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have another one.
Yeah.
I the arsehole for having a dry wedding and serving only water for drinks. That sounds like Ryan's ideal wedding.
Oh my god. I know.
Do you have the
this
same one?
No.
Do you have the same one?
I,
Okay.
I think I've listened to this one before.
Is it like when they're playing Minecraft or Subway Surfers and you hear it in the background?
I've listened to like a podcast before, and they've done Am I the Arsehole, and I think they've done this one. But
Okay, I'll read it off, and if you... Okay, so basically, my husband and I are getting married later this year. Well, congratulations, first of all, if you're listening to this. Each of our sides of our family are fairly big, horny bastards. It will be around 100 and 150 people total. My husband and I are paying for this all ourselves, as well as our grandma, who said she doesn't care one way or the other on the issue. She just loves weddings. Fair. We have a lot of kids in our family, so we decided against making it child-free, but we did decide to make it dry, so there'll be no alcohol of any kind at our wedding. Honestly, this doesn't have anything to do with there being kids there, or due to the fact that my fiance and I don't drink. Nothing against people who do. It's not just for us. It's just not for us, and we don't want to. On top of that, we only really drink water. We rarely even drink soda, or most of the time it's only water with occasional juice and milk. We don't even drink coffee. So obviously the food, which is the part my grandma is not paying for, is going to be expensive for that many people. We are having our wedding catered, so everyone will have a good choice of food to choose from, but only to drink water. The only drink will be water. We don't want to have to pay for alcohol or soda. It is a large added expense when we can just do filtered water for much cheaper cost. When our friends and family found out, they got very angry. Some didn't really care, and some got really upset about it, saying that I can just have an open bar and I don't have to pay for drinks. We could, but we still have to pay for the bartender, and we just don't really want to bother with alcohol there. Well, or we could at least have soda, because how can we expect everyone to only drink water? The kids will be upset. The wedding will be boring, and that's not how weddings work. So am I the arsehole? I didn't think it would be a problem. It's only water. I mean, don't most people drink water every day anyway? Should we pay the extra to have soda and make our family happy?
She's the arsehole.
She's the arsehole. I think we are our first arsehole.
I don't even if it wasn't I don't care if it's not an open bar. Like, I don't drink alcohol that much at all. Like, I'm not such a...
Don't lie, you're a session.
Oh, yeah.
You love the
I'm
session.
such a
You're drunk
non-drinker.
right now.
But, like, to just not even pay for a bartender so people can have the option to go up and have a drink.
I think not having alcohol at the wedding for cost-wise, completely fine. I think restricting it to only water and not paying for a bartender and everyone buys their own drinks.
Exactly. Yeah, like, if
I think they are the arsehole.
yeah, because a lot of people turn up. It's all okay. A wedding is obviously about you, but also it's like you kind of think that you want to put on a good time for people to actually want to come. Besides, for you, if that makes sense.
Yes. I think. I also think, what kind of boring ass wedding doesn't have alcohol?
Yeah, I mean, even you don't have to drink it, and I think if people, as long as people, you can pay for it yourself at the bar, then what's the problem? You ain't got to pay for it.
Also, if you say your grandma's not fussed on the issue either way, why don't you just get to pay for that part?
Yeah, I don't know, but I
So
think
yes,
it's a bit.
you are the arsehole.
It's a bit over the top.
You are the arsehole. Okay, Ryan.
What's the thing about the kids? Because you said that she wouldn't have kids. There's no kids in it, but then she mentioned about having.
He didn't want to make it a child-free wedding.
Okay.
Which didn't want to make it dry. Okay. Do you want to do another one?
Yeah. Okay. Am I the arsehole for not letting someone shorter than me stand in front of me at a gig?
Yes.
So
Sorry.
I went to this gig and was asked if a girl and her friend could stand in front of me because I'm so tall, 6'5" brackets, Actually, 5'7". Real
Motherfucker.
For a bit of context, this guy has two tiers of early access and seated tickets available. First tier early access is first priority and the first to be let in. This is an extra cost. The second tier was you show up early to the arena and get given a wristband and a number. Both tiers had 400 available. I got the second tier. I showed up early, got my wristband, and got to the gig and let in according to my number. About 10 minutes into the main band set, I had a tap on my shoulder asking me to let them in front. I replied to them saying I can't shrink, and I got there early to get the good spot that I did. I personally don't see why they didn't move the sideways for the same result. Not only that, but they said their friend was less than 5 foot tall, so they would have the same problem regardless of who was stood in front of them. I get that it's an inconvenience, but I took steps to make sure that I was fairly close to the stage, and I don't think that I should have to stand further away and have a worse view just because I'm tall, which I can't help. I'd be blocking someone regardless of where I stood, so I don't think I'm the asshole in this situation, but I'm open to the input. The whole situation gave me horrible anxiety for the rest of the gig and ruined the amazing experience.
I think he is a little bit of an asshole.
It's so difficult, but I think there's a bit of an asshole. But I understand that if they move, imagine if they move back for that one person.
You have to move back for everyone.
Yeah, and he'll just There is a kind of a point where, you know.
But at the same time, God bless you with height, so sometimes you have to get screwed over. Fuck you, prick. Fucking tall bastard. I hope you fall over and get kicked out of the gig. Not bad. 6'5", fucking twat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we can. It's slightly. I don't think it's all of the asshole. There's a bit of one.
He's like half an anus.
Yeah.
Half an arsehole. So we'll go 50-50.
A-hole.
But the girls are well within their right to ask him to move. If he says no, that's his problem. But they're well within their right, so I don't think they're arseholes.
Yeah.
Okay. My next one.
Yeah.
This is juicy. This is like when you bite into a GBK, the juices come out.
Okay.
You've had a GBK before, haven't you?
Yeah. Gourmet Burger Kitchen.
I
was going to say, I was going to say King then.
Gourmet Burger King. The big thing about burgers is you don't need a plate. Sorry, that joke's having to get old. Okay, so am I the arsehole for?
Yes.
Okay. For screwing over all the people who donated their time and money.
This is such a clickbait one. This is not going to be the case.
Am I an arsehole for pulling out people's life support? It's quite obvious.
Am I an arsehole for calling everyone twats every time I walk past them?
Yeah. Okay. So the PTA, the Parent Teacher Association in America, if you guys don't know what that is,
PTA.
has been planning a fundraiser for months to raise money for new cheerleader uniforms. This is definitely American. Definitely American. The older uniforms are very outdated and all the kids are excited to get new ones, including mine. Early planning, I agreed that my property could be used at no cost for the event and that I would provide all the furnishing. Other people worked hard on buying/making items to be sold at the fundraiser. Some people spent upwards of hundreds of hours and/or dollars for the event. Okay? So it seems like they're trying to do some good.
So that person, the person who's writing this, has agreed to host it in their property.
Yes, and this is where it gets a little bit juicy. So let's get right into the news. At a recent meeting, the football, or it's probably not soccer, it's football, coach said the equipment was badly worn out and needed to be replaced ASAP. A vote was held and the majority voted this fundraiser would be for the football team instead of the cheerleaders. I was pissed. Football is always a top priority. I went above and beyond here specifically to help out the cheerleading team. My child and all their friends on that team got their hopes up only to be dashed. I told everyone my property would no longer be available for use and they would need to find a new venue. People panicked and got very angry, including several people who voted against the change. They said my decision was equivalent to throwing all their hard work in the trash. I asked them how they thought the cheerleaders would feel. They said it was a vote and I was acting like a dictator and that they can't... and that I can't overrule the will of the majority. I said they can do what they like, but not on my property. I know they won't be able to find a venue this late, especially not at an affordable price. I understand I screwed over my friend, burnt bridges, and I'm likely going to be kicked off the PTA. But I just can't bring myself to help them at all. Am I spiteful? Am I a spiteful arsehole?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't think so.
I know I'm with that person.
Yeah.
It's like people being pissed at them. Why even have the vote for the football team? It's like if you're making a fundraiser for, you could do another fundraiser for the football team.
Yeah. Why just?
I'm so with this person. Like I want to advocate for this person. Like I want to find out who this person is and go to that school and be like, oh well, I hope your football team will break their legs and don't have a career. Okay, they're children, but fuck it, yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, I think to change it everyone's put in hard work for that event, and then to change it, it seems like it's just they're screwing over the people. This goddamn PTA. PTA
power trip. I hate that.
God damn it! Yeah, I think they're an asshole.
I think the people who screwed him over the football team, sports jocks are the worst.
I don't understand how they can come in like 10 seconds before and just go, yeah, actually, it's this.
I've come in 10 seconds before. Giggity. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Do you want to do your last one?
Yeah. Okay. Am I the asshole for throwing away my roommate's dishes?
Yes.
Jesus is a mouthful. My 22 female.
My 22 female girlfriend.
Okay, my 22 female roommate, and my. It says roommate and then brackets 22F. So assume they're both 22 female. She's 22. The person writing about this and her roommate's 22.
Oh,
both females.
Does it list an address?
Yeah, it's called.
It's called You're Horny in a Dialogue.
My 22 female roommate, whatever, and I have been living together for 2 years in a 2-bedroom apartment. We are both kind of messy people, so to alleviate this, we set some boundaries about cleaning the common areas, so we both don't get overwhelmed. One of these boundaries is that dirty dishes have to be cleaned within a week of them being in the sink. Sometimes, especially if we get depressed, we have to be reminded of this boundary for one another, or we'll do the dishes to help each other out. Recently, I was out of town for a week with my partner, and when I left, she had a few dishes in the sink and a pizza box on our coffee table. I asked her if she could have things cleaned up by the time I got back from the trip, since she wasn't leaving. She agreed.
I can interject. I think that's a reasonable request at this point.
So just said, when I get back in a week, do you mind? Just get him as long as this is done.
Yep, I think that's completely reasonable.
Yeah, it's long enough anyway. She agreed and apologised for the mess. When I got back, I was pretty exhausted from driving and camping for several days. When I opened the doors to my apartment, I was shocked to find it worse off than I left it. Several fast food bags and takeout containers littered our living room, and there was a sizable pile of dishes in the sink. My roommate was sitting on the couch, surrounded by crumbs. She asked me how my trip was, and I told her I had a good time. I then asked her what happened to agreeing to clean up the dishes. She told me she had fallen into a depressive episode and hadn't been able to get up from the couch, much less clean up the whole living room and kitchen. I told her I was upset because I was tired from my trip and wanted to come home to a clean house. She said I should understand because I have depression and often have trouble cleaning my dishes. I told her I would be more than willing to help clean up if she needed. I just had the expectation that the apartment would be clean by the time I returned. She told me she could handle it herself and that cleaning may help her alleviate her depression. A week later, the dishes are still in the sink and have started to smell, and the food on it started to mould. I have offered to help again, but she refused my help. I told her she had one more day to clean the dishes or I'd throw them away. The next day came and she still hadn't touched her dishes that night, so I threw away the dishes. When my roommate noticed, she began yelling at me and told me I had no right to touch her property. I felt justified because I had warned her and the plates were starting to mould. I've been staying with my partner the last few days because she started to completely ice me out. Our mutual friends have been texting me and telling me to apologise because I shouldn't have thrown away her things, and I feel really conflicted.
No, she's not the arsehole!
Exactly, man. If this,
goddamn right.
I don't care, man. You can clean up after yourself. If you can order the food and you can cook it,
damn
to clean it
straight.
up.
I'm not gonna lie, Ryan. If we lived together and you tried to pull that shit, those dishes wouldn't get thrown away. They get broken over your head.
Yeah.
Mate, honestly, if I came back, crumbs on the sofa, take away bags, I'd start swinging.
Yeah. If you
bitch would get
you've
knocked
got
out.
the energy to click that Uber Eats button, you've got the energy to clean it up. Yeah.
Fucking fat old prick. Don't order takeaways then.
Yeah.
You bitch.
Yeah. Well,
I'm so with you, Ryan. Right, we're vibing right now.
don't care. No excuses.
Okay. What happens? Same thing happens to this week. In a week's time, you've left dishes there. Your girlfriend will clean them up. What happens?
What like if it was? What if it was this situation?
I was about to say a really fuck joke then.
If it was this situation and it was me and the girlfriend.
Yeah, so if me and you went away for a week and the dishes you left weren't done a week later.
Well, I left with that, or she left.
She left. Weren't done a week
And
later.
I said, and what? Because technically this is 2 weeks. Because you come back home for a week. And
No.
then
The thing is, this woman offered to help her.
Yeah.
I wouldn't offer to help. I'd be like, you clean your dish. I'd get a lead, slap it around that person's neck and be like, do it.
I wouldn't throw the dishes out because it will probably most likely be my dishes as well because we share the same stuff. But
yeah,
I would be like, what the fuck is going on? Nah, I don't want to live in this mess. Nah.
The thing is, I hate mess.
I mean, I can understand not cleaning up straight away. That's fair enough. But leaving it like a week for it to get to the point where it's moulding and smelling. Nah.
Vile.
Yeah, so I think this girl is justified for throwing her stuff out because it's either that or smashing it around her face.
Yeah, stupid little bitch. Okay. Sorry, that was really extreme. Okay, so thank you guys for listening to our new segment. Well, it's not a new segment, but we can do a few of these every so often.
Part 2, or is there any?
Part
we
2?
might be able to do. There's one called Confessions.
Oh, we should do that next episode. Do confessions.
Confessions, yeah, at Reddit are confessions. There's just people who
Confess stuff.
Yeah.
I love confessions like this. Okay, so this is a good place of the episode. Before we do, we have our week segment, headline of the week. If you don't know what headline of the week is, this week's segment, I find a headline. Hold on, you and me and Ryan.
Get right into it. No, have a look.
I'll take it. So, in this week's headline of the week, woman burns wedding dress to feel empowered after divorcing husband of 10 years. The woman held an empowering photo shoot to celebrate her divorce and has said she wants to help women stop feeling ashamed about their marriages coming to an end. A woman who recently finalised a divorce chose to celebrate the occasion by setting fire to her wedding dress and telling her ex-husband she is the best he will ever have. Laura Brooke, naming, not shaming, but just naming, 31, had been married to her former spouse for a decade after they tied the knot in October 2012 and separating in September 21. To mark the occasion, she ripped her wedding dress off and burnt it. There is photos that are linked down below, so if you guys want to check it out, it is in the description down below. So, yeah, what do you think, Ryan?
I think she's made a mistake. She could have, depending on how much that wedding dress cost, she could have made a couple of G's off it.
But I think she's going to make more G's off the news articles and stuff. I rate it. I want to DM Laura Brooke and say, I love the game. Game's a game.
I love this game.
I love this game.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, but I think, could have made the G's back, a bit of money back, spend it on a nice holiday.
She looks a bit chavvy. It might be a cheap dress anyway. Who cares?
Well, that's very kind of you.
I hope she don't come on the podcast now. Oh, it's bad. Who cares? No, I respect it. I love anything that can empower women to not feel ashamed of the male gaze. I should put that on dating profile.
Mate, that's such a bait. That is.
I'm like any females listening. I love women.
I respect all women.
I respect all women.
God,
I respect all women, so I hit men as well.
I just think that she could have.
You didn't hear what I just said, did you?
And all hit men.
I said I respect women so much that I hit men as well.
Oh, I thought you said I respect all women and hit men. I was like,
no.
hit men.
As well. And I'm a hitman.
I just think that she could have sold, if it was worth a bit, sold the dress and like had a nice holiday to herself. But
yeah, I think so.
She might not need to. She could be bowling.
She can buy herself flowers. No.
Oh God. Okay. I think it's time.
She
to
can
go.
hold her own hand. Do do do. Okay, I'm not doing that again. Right. So I want to thank you guys for listening. We enjoy making these podcasts, and we hope you enjoy listening to them. Well, I hope you do, because we're 173 episodes in. So if you didn't, it'd be kind of pointless, and life's a black hole, and I want to die. Okay, so thank you guys for listening. I've been AJ.
I've been Brian.
So see ya. So.